Welcome back. As I said in my last video, I was going to show you how to build these studio or how I'm building my studio. Ran into a little bit of weather issues on the way. This is in mid-February, but I'll skip over this. Just thought I'd share some really pretty scenery to me anyway. Of course.
Leaving the trash truck underneath. That's how we scheduled the trash day.
It was early this morning though.
Is there an angle you were looking for?
And there we have it, the beginning for me to finally get my own studio back. I'm very excited to get working on this. It's a lot of work. There's more work, I think, than I anticipated. Nonetheless, I lost a couple of belt loop sizes and I had a lot of fun doing it. Here's just a taste of what I went through. on one of the 5,275th times I had to go to the Home Depot, Lowe's, or hardware store, this is the kind of view I love to see. I want to know who's responsible for deciding the type of glue they use on every piece. Oh, it takes me longer to peel off these freaking labels than it does to build an entire wall. Drop it. Go get him. Okay, come on. Come on. When I had thoughts of finally painting in my studio, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. However, it does mean that I'm getting very close to my end goal of being able to paint what I want, when I want, in my studio. So that is my challenge. Give me 1 sec, I'll walk you around here. Let me get this piece done. And then I'm done with the 1x2s. I'm doing a sloppy job on this, but I know I'm gonna have to go back and do some touch-up work. So this is just kind of preliminary. Get it done. Most of it done. I'm using flat black acrylic because it dries faster, doesn't have a lot of fumes. I'll show you here in a second. Give me a minute. Well, so this wall is done, and what I'm painting now are these pieces that are in here. I did around the window 1x3, some 1x4 at the base. Just got a little cut off there for a little wainscot. I got more of the whole inside of the walls are going to be pegboard. I end up moving paintings around so much, things I'm working on, tools, whatnot. So all this is going to be done with pegboard. And over the weekend, I installed a mini split, and it's absolutely fantastic. I have it on 72 degrees in here. It's working. It's running directly off of my solar panels. I'm not paying somebody, which makes me very happy.
I wanna live your life, I wanna dream your dreams, lick the moons, catch them stars in the night. Every superpower that is yours will be mine. I'll be that it girl, pouting mouth, crossing the line.
Well, I am officially, well, not officially, I'm almost done with this studio. I figured I would just go ahead and set this up and go. I'm doing some finishing touches here finally. Let me show you what I've done real quick. On the inside, I got all pegboard everywhere except the back wall. It's going to be my painting studio wall. Got a mini split in here. What I did is I took apart 2 old aluminum easels and I anchored those to the back wall, and I am in the process of, I have taken and cut some French cleat boards like so, and I'll use those for canvases. I'm still determining how I'm going to do canvases, but I went ahead and mounted these up here, and I'm just going through right now marking these so I know. It makes it easy when I want to move a canvas around. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot, just going to do work. And I will show when I get to the point of how I'm going to end up making the canvases. My whole goal is not to have canvases on the wood frame because I have so many paintings. I don't want to throw them away. I painted over a lot of them, and you can only paint over them a few times anyway. So my goal is to be able to just quick stretch wrap around a piece of board, cleat it to the wall, paint what I want to paint, and then I either sell it or I end up just rolling it up. I've got a stack like that big already. Anyway, that's the purpose behind why I'm doing this and not using the conventional type of easel. Alright, the tricky part. Have this as the actual 18 by 18 frame mounted to this. I need to figure a way to stretch the canvas over this quick, easy lock, unlock with a cleat on the back. So, what do I do? First thing, let's cut 2 cleats. So I'm gonna cut 1 cleat. This is that, 2.5. So let's cut it at 20. Two of them at 20. And then 2 of them at 14. 28. 14. And this piece goes away. So this was the back. I didn't do it right if this was the back. That would hang that way, but I want to be able to hang it portrait and horizontal. Let's cut these down to 16. Need and this way, then this way, and this way. So that would be there. This would be here. this would be here, and that would be there. And that allows you to rotate the canvas 90 degrees. So, buttons on socks, I need to clip that on there and glue and screw. I only want that to move over. Now, again, three-handed job with two hands. Have to do something about it. Now, I can hang that. I don't like the bounce. So my thought is to take another one of these and run it this way. If that was mounted, that's about perfect painting. I think that works. concept is all right. This part, these, the cleats work. It's fastening. And this is such old canvas that it's just wrinkly, and it's got to be 17, 18 years old, and it's super thin. I'll buy some little heavier canvas, but honestly, I'll bring you in close so you can see it. It is not too bad. I just got to figure out a different way. I don't like these things sticking out. These, I could deal with that direction, but if you look at the canvas close, there's a couple wrinkles here and there. But if I had more, as soon as I clamp it down with the extra clamp, it gets better. Maybe I should round those off so they don't end up tearing holes. But again, this canvas is very old, brittle, and not in the best condition. Okay, if I need to get bigger clamps and go with my original idea of putting these on the canvas like this and clamping it down, and so that when you put the pressure on it, it actually tightens up even more the canvas. That was my idea. Gotta think about it. Right now, geez, looking out the studio window, I got a lot of crap to clean up in the yard. But look at that sky. I gotta get stuff moved in before it starts raining. Well, welcome to my studio. I got it done. And boy, am I happy I got it done. It was a lot of work, but now I finally get to enjoy painting. Let me show you a real quick little tour. There's not a lot to it, but I'll take my time and show you around. So what I've done is I've taken and gotten these thermal blackout shades on every window in here, so that when I am painting, I can have a really nice dark studio. So let me show you this. So I've got lighting here, and then I've got this overhead north light, I call it. And then that lights up my paint area. And then if I come back and shut off the lights, I've just got this nice area with no distracting light. It's just what I want to see and what I want to do to paint. It's how I like to paint anyway. So let me turn my lights back on. Still, it's a small space. It's not big. It's only 11 by 16, but I got a rack here. I have all my supplies for doing oil paints or acrylic paints. I keep my gear here. There's some other stuff I'm messing around with. I was trying to do some airbrush work for vehicles. I got my equipment just hanging. The pegboard is fantastic for hanging everything. So I just need to get more pegs now at this point. I know my whole goal was to use this system right here, for my paints, and I will. I've got the old canvas down there. The canvas is just too old, so I'm definitely going to have to buy new canvas, and then that system will work. So I am using my old easel at the moment, but I'll get to where I want to be and how I want to do it. I have it set up for painting. This is my catch-all table. I've got my paints hanging up there according to how I use them on my palette. Brushes, the same old mess I always had. A little cleanup pail because I do not have water out here. My palette, my Stay Wet palette. And then I'm just able to hang up, some paintings I want in here. I am hopefully going to be working with some galleries in the Prescott area here soon. And hopefully a lot of these will find a home hanging somewhere else, and I can hang up other paintings in here. As you can see, my goal, these are paintings that I've done, and I just have to take them off the stretcher bars because I just don't have room to store them. And I've got rolls and rolls and rolls of paintings that I've done. And like I said, you can only paint over them so many times, and then it just becomes garbage. So I'll paint them, take them off, roll them up, and do whatever. I have pillows. These are for my dogs. So my dogs are out here with me when I'm painting. And then I have a little workstation set up over here for my computer. I have my antique iPod, which you can barely hook to anything anymore, that's all I listen to. I don't want to use the internet that much out here. So I just use that. Some storage containers under there, the AC unit going, the mini splits. Basically, that's about it. And again, my whole goal was to have my art studio back. I had an art studio. I went and did something else for quite some time, and now I just want to get back to doing this for as long as I can and as much as I can. So I'm hoping you'll hang in there with me. I hope you'll start subscribing. I hope I get subscribers and I can build a YouTube channel to share my love of painting and how to do acrylic painting. And then I will have one-on-one students come into this studio, and I'll paint one-on-one with students if they want to. So reach out to me, send me a message. I don't have any links in the description below. I have no sponsorship. I got nothing going on like that. But you can get a hold of me, and if you want to do some painting, or if there's something you want to see me paint and you want to learn how to paint it and I can help, let me know. I'd be happy to jump in on something like that and do whatever I can. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and you'll see me soon. The next time you see me, it's going to be doing a painting. So we'll see you next time. Thanks.